What if I told you? The people who command the most respect usually aren't the loudest. They aren't the richest, and they aren't even the smartest. Yet somehow, when they enter a room, people naturally listen. No one tells them to be quiet. No one interrupts them. No one questions their presence. So what's different about them? Here's the surprising answer. Respect isn't something people decide to give you. It's something the human brain decides before anyone even realizes it. Scientists have spent decades studying why certain people naturally earn respect while others constantly struggle for it. And what they discovered might completely change the way you interact with people. Today, you'll learn 6 science backed habits that quietly signal confidence, authority, and trust. But habit number 6 is so powerful that it can change the way people see you within a single conversation. So stay with me. Habit 1: speak less, but make every word count. Have you ever noticed? The loudest person in the room is rarely the most respected. Most people think talking more makes them look smarter. Psychology says the opposite. Researchers have found that people who speak calmly and only when necessary are often perceived as more competent and confident. Why? Because the human brain naturally associates restraint with self control. Imagine 2 people in a meeting. One interrupts everyone, constantly trying to prove how much they know. The other waits, listens carefully, and speaks only once. But when they do, everyone goes silent. Who do you trust more? Exactly. It's never about how much you speak, it's about whether your words carry weight. And that's why respected people don't chase attention, they earn it. But speaking less is only the beginning, because the next habit changes how people feel before you even say a word. Habit 2: master calm under pressure. Imagine someone insults you in front of everyone. Most people react immediately. They raise their voice, defend themselves, or lose control. But then there's one person who simply smiles, takes a breath, and responds without anger. Strangely, that's the person everyone remembers. Psychologists call this emotional regulation. Studies show that people who remain calm under stress are seen as stronger, wiser, and more trustworthy. Think about firefighters, pilots, surgeons, leaders. None of them are respected because they panic. They're respected because they stay calm when everyone else can't. And here's the secret: calmness isn't weakness, it's controlled strength. But even calm people lose respect if they make one common mistake. Habit 3: stop explaining yourself. Have you ever noticed? The more you explain yourself, the less convincing you become. Imagine you're 5 minutes late. Person A says, "Sorry, traffic was bad, then my phone died," and person B simply says, "I'm sorry I'm late." Which one sounds more confident? Psychology calls this the overjustification effect. People who constantly defend every decision unknowingly signal uncertainty. Confident people don't feel the need to convince everyone. They let their actions speak. Ironically, the fewer unnecessary explanations you give, the more credible you appear. But respect isn't only about confidence, it's also about something people can sense without realizing it. Habit 4: protect your boundaries. Here's something fascinating. People don't respect those who are always available. They respect people who value their own time. Imagine a friend who cancels your plans again and again. Yet, every time, you immediately agree to another invitation. Without realizing it, you're teaching people that your time has no value. Psychologists have found that healthy boundaries increase perceived status because boundaries communicate one powerful message: I respect myself, and people naturally mirror that. The moment you stop saying yes to everything, people begin taking your yes more seriously. But there's one habit that's even more powerful than saying no. Habit 5: make others feel important. Here's a strange psychological truth. People rarely remember everything you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. Think about someone who remembers your name, looks you in the eyes, actually listens, doesn't check their phone, doesn't interrupt. For a few minutes, they make you feel like the only person in the room. That's rare today. And because it's rare, it's unforgettable. Studies consistently show that active listening builds trust, likability, and respect. Not because you're talking, but because you're making someone else feel valued. And now, we've reached the most powerful habit of all. Habit 6. Let results speak louder than words. Here's the biggest mistake people make. They announce every goal, every plan, every success, hoping people will respect them. But psychology shows something different. Respect grows when people discover your value instead of hearing you advertise it. Think about the most respected person you've ever met. Were they constantly trying to impress everyone? Probably not. Their work spoke for them. Their character spoke for them. Their consistency spoke for them. Real confidence doesn't need an audience, it simply needs evidence. And that's exactly why actions will always earn more respect than promises. So, what's the real secret behind instant respect? It isn't money, it isn't popularity, it isn't having the perfect words. It's the quiet signals your behavior sends every single day. Speak with purpose, stay calm under pressure, stop over explaining, protect your boundaries, make people feel important, and let your actions tell your story. Because in the end, people don't respect the person who tries the hardest to be admired. They respect the person who quietly becomes impossible to ignore.